didn't dislike her, but the more I watch of her videos, the more I follow her on Instagram, I am hook, line, and sinker.
But this is going to be
Cannot get enough of
interesting
her.
because you are gunning for Trixie to win, and it's kind of, we talked about how it's kind of set up for Trixie to win. And
Which
then,
now I'm okay with.
yeah, and now you're okay with it.
Yes!
I thought it was cute that she was the first one, and she's like, if there was people in here that would have killed. Like, Trixie is a very quick-witted person, and I think that that's really going to help her this season. And like she said, outside of Drag Race, she's had such a good career that's bloomed from everything that's come from season 7, and I think that it's going to help her. Kind of like Katya came back on All Stars and really went far. If Trixie doesn't win, she's going to make it to the finals.
Right. I agree.
I wonder if they're gonna I think it was Michelle that during that season. She was season 7. About the makeup. I wonder if that's going to be an issue, or I guess if Michelle's going to be over it.
It can't be.
Yeah, I mean...
That's her aesthetic now.
Yeah, that's her
what's her name?
It's her... Wait, what?
Lisa Frank, serial killer.
No, who's the one who won? The other clown that won.
Oh, Bianca.
Bianca.
So we can't talk about that anymore.
All right, next is Milk.
Milk, it does a body.
He looks
6.
great. He looks great.
He does look great. I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's great.
Love him.
Well, it's just the same thing I saw from when he first came out. It's the same thing.
I do feel like they showed more clips of him talking, the confessional stuff, than they did his season. So that's making me happy. I mean, granted, there's less of them, but I was happy that he had some
personality.
airtime. Yeah, and there seems, I feel like the last time, I think people kind of didn't get a personality from him because they didn't show him very much other than the runway looks. So I was glad that they showed a lot of him.
I agree.
Chit-chatting.
I kind of think that drag is caught up to where Milk was in season 6. So now the stuff that we're seeing from Milk, we've seen from other people now because they've taken what Milk has done and really transformed it into their own type of drag too. But I think Milk will excel in challenges again. This is one of the ones that I'm rooting for.
I think I like humbleness, and he's a little too cocky for me.
I mean, it's drag queens.
No, okay, and I get that, but like, there's
been in magazines. Like he really shouldn't. Like, it's weird to me that he's actually on this show because of the level of monetary.
It's like
success.
Okay, so I remember when Willem was on the show, she was like, "Yeah, I've done that," but she wasn't cocky about it. He's like, "Oh, well, I've done this."
Willem wasn't cocky about it.
I don't think that she. Even you can say Bebe when Bebe came out.
I knew I should have worn my boots.
But I'm just saying, it's just that it's that attitude, that cockiness. I can't, whatever. Next was Chi Chi, season 8.
Yeah.
I like that Chi Chi wore a trash bag again.
I love that. I like
callback.
that as well. I actually, even though they, I think, kind of made fun of it, I liked it. It was her thing when she came in, and she improved on it. I thought it looked better. I didn't know until they said it.
No, it looked far better. So it was like.
I didn't know they made yellow trash bags, so I learned something new.
Well, it's fun to see like when people kind of call back to things that we know about them and like kind of play up to that. Now I'm hoping that Hallelujah is not like the only Shangela thing that we get constantly.
Girl,
and the
it's gonna
box.
be.
But
I love you, girl.
Yeah, I just want.
Cut it.
It's it's kind of like Roxy doing the wig and All Stars. Like I'm glad it happened once, and then like we got that call. But now I'm hoping like with Chi Chi, we're not getting just like trash couture again. Yeah. But I like her. She had a really rough episode this episode.
She did have a rough episode.
All right, next is Thorgy.
Love
season
Thorgy.
8.
Love
She
Thorgy.
makes me smile.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything more than that. She just makes me smile. She may
And
not be your cup of tea, but
I
she
love
makes
the
me smile.
1980s, 1990s
I love it.
kind
I
of
love
like
it.
kish aesthetic.
She's herself. She's not anybody else. She's not trying to do anything but her. I love it. Keep going, girl.
Yeah, Thorgy is one like I am not rooting for, but I know that I'll enjoy her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm with Jay on that one. Morgan Mcmichaels is next. She was season 2.
Yep.
Well, we were gushing outside because Mark knows Morgan. Like I know Morgan. We've seen her perform live, and it's true. Like
she's everywhere.
And Riverside.
She is one of the hardest working girls. Everywhere. She's
No, but when I
Riverside.
saw
She's
her,
Palm
she was at
Springs.
Mickey's.
She's
Yeah.
Long Beach. She's San Diego. She's Mickey's.
West Hollywood.
Literally, she just. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how she does it.
And are you familiar with the glow up term? Like where she was at before, up to like how she's changed her appearance, her wigs, her outlook,
her hip
everything.
pads. She didn't used to pad.
Yeah.
Or at least as much as she does now. I can't say enough. And she was even saying in the episode, everyone's gonna make her the bad girl. Morgan is also one of the nicest queens. I've known her since I moved to LA. Her and Raven and I started doing drag together. I remember Morgan used to call me to try to get booked because I was doing shows and she wasn't yet. And she would call me to get bookings. My, how the table has turned on this gray-haired bitch. But anyway, I love Morgan. I think her game has just, she just has raised the bar.
And
her aesthetic is amazing.
We have to talk about her opening quote with, "I look pretty good for a dead bitch."
Yes!
The call about Tyra Sanchez, like, on Twitter and all that.
Explain that, because I missed that one.
Oh, okay.
There was
Real quick, like, Tatiana got involved, Tyra Sanchez, like a bunch of queens were involved. Naomi Smalls, I think, was included into it.
Is this just on Twitter?
On Twitter. This is like a Twitter feud. And
so you missed it.
I don't.
Never on Twitter.
I'm never on Twitter.
If you guys ever want to say anything about Kenny and not have him find out, just tweet it, girl. Just tweet it, girl.
Go ahead.
I mean, the long and short of it is Tyra Sanchez tweeted at Morgan, RIP at Morgan, and then that explains the quote. But it's a further story.
Okay.
Something happened with all of them.
Yeah, tell me later. Okay,
Sure
next
will.
is Aja
I love Aja.
from season 9.
I love Aja.
Well, I think my love for Aja started at the finale.
Oh, for sure.
I think a
her
lot
season.
of people,
Because I do think when you go, you have a conception. You're thinking about the cameras. A lot of them aren't used to being around cameras and stuff like that. Like me. And it's nice because she's been at Mickey's a couple times, and I saw the Christmas show here that she was in, and she is just a friggin' hoot.
Yeah.
I love her, and I think that's what you're getting this time.
Yeah, you're really, I feel like if you went back, though, and watched my critique of Aja last season,
Right.
it would have been like, I like Aja and I want to see more of her personality, but I felt like she was holding back because there was some sort of insecurity there that's not there anymore.
Yeah. Well, I remember watching her Meet the Queen, which you did
we
watch.
loved.
You guys
I
did.
loved it.
And I remember watching hers going, oh, I kind of like her, and was disappointed in the season.
Yeah.
So I think that what I saw that first Meet the Queen is what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
And her variety show look was anime Judy Jetson
Yeah.
Hooker.
Yeah, totally.
And out of the season 9 queens, this is the one who probably could use a little bit of like a boost or redemption too.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys think that was too recent? Like season 9 was
No,
just months
I'm
ago.
okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I don't know why.
No, because
why my voice is-
I it's fresh. Aja is fresh in my mind, whereas I can't even remember. The only thing I remember from my Morgan Mcmichaels is her blow up with the, I don't want to say big girl, but the Chicago girl.
Yeah.
So
Why can't I
I
remember?
vaguely remember her on the show.
Where are our cheat sheets, Kenny?
Oh, you know
Where
what
are
though?
our cheat sheets?
This is
Someone in the chat room tell us the name.
I'm
All
not the
flying
one.
blind.
'Cause I
I'm not
can't
the
remember.
one. Bendelacreme was next. She was season 6. Jay, why are you laughing?
Because I like all these names are
I
in my
know,
head somewhere.
Mystique.
Mystique. That is
Wasn't it
Yeah,
Mystique. Oh,
All I can
I
think
gave
of-
you know what?
So
I gave you a packet last season. You should have
I
held
do
on
still
to
have it. I do
Okay.
still have it,
The
actually.
fans are
I
saying
just didn't bring-
Mystique, Everton Wood, and Brandon.
Mystique Summers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm from Chicago. That's right.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Who did I say? Who was
Ben.
that?
Oh,
Ben
Ben.
Ben.
I loved that you said, because I didn't recognize it, but as soon as she came out, Jackie was like, have I seen that dress before? And I was like, girl, how do you? I don't remember. I
Yeah.
really don't remember a lot. There's very few that I remember outfits. I was like, girl, how the hell did you remember that? And then I love that they commented on it.
Yeah.
Well, I actually really like Bendelacreme, so that for the queens that I really pay attention to,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to remember outfits that stood out in my
But
mind.
that's-
And you know what really stood out in my mind in that outfit was the little cheetah prints
Yeah,
she put in
yeah.
her hair.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, there's something so familiar about that, and it's because of the prints in the hair.
Jackie, that is some great memory because she wore that when she
When she went Congeniality.
Yeah, so I don't remember the only runway look that I remember is Violet Chachki's
Oh, yeah.
when she was presenting the following year.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
that was
right.
sick.
So that's some good memory. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm going to pat myself
You're only
on the
21
back.
years old.
I was just trying to remember who Violet Chachki
I'm gonna
was.
just go ahead and say it. I'm team Bendelacreme like I was
Yeah.
in season 6.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed for me.
Yeah.
I love her. Next was Kennedy Davenport, season 7.
I liked this look
I like
walking
it
in.
too.
And I'm not a Kennedy. Like, Kennedy didn't really do it for me on season 7. Like, there was very much things that Kennedy did in challenges where I was like, oh, that was good. But this look, I was like, that is a really great, memorable look.
You know why I liked it? Because for the same reason, now don't make fun of me, that I liked Alyssa's camera shutter outfit. Because I feel like it's taking the pageant queen look to the next level. Because the pageant queen look is tired at this point. So by doing something,
pageant queens are gonna go after Jackie.
I know
fine.
they are. That's
They
fine.
can.
They
I got
know
your back.
that they know that I don't like pageant queens.
Yeah, and I got
not
your
that
back.
I don't like them, but that's not my thing.
No, we don't like them. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not my thing.
Mark, you might have quiet
But
on
so
this
like
one.
I liked the fact that she took a pageant queen thing to the next level.
I was saying, Mark, you're mighty quiet on this one.
It was not my favorite. I didn't mind the mirrors. I didn't like them on her face. There was, I don't know, it just looked a little art project to me. And it just only because I expect more from her. And she's going to sit there and comment on other people and crickets and stuff like that during the episode. No, girl. It needs to be flawed. You saw the tie.
Insert a cricket sound here.
Yeah, exactly.
When she said that, though, that's exactly how I felt about that performance.
But
So
I
that's
did.
all have
I
to
disagree.
say.
We'll
We'll get
talk
that
about
to
that later.
We'll get that to in a little bit.
later.
Last but not least is Shanji. I think she was last, and we'll get to the 10th one.
Yeah, besides.
Would you say last and least? Is that what you said?
Last but not least.
I just heard
It was a
I
cute
like-
outfit.
She
It
was
a cute
season
outfit.
2 and 3.
I like this outfit on her,
And some
too.
in a bit
And
smidge
a
of
Tiffany
four.
box.
I just said basic black Barbie. I was like, okay.
Oh, I thought it was cute.
It was cute.
It was cute. Yeah, it wasn't like
cute.
it was basic.
But my head goes to what she was wearing in the challenge normally for Shangela, so I thought that different silhouette for her was good. And the light blue was a really pretty, like
Yeah.
a 2-piece on her. It was
Yeah.
nice.
I would rather.
I don't know what's going on over here. I'm gonna need a
You are.
towel.
Jay's cup is.
I wonder if your
is
cup
like,
is leaking.
It is.
leaking.
I'm working through
He's
it.
excited over there.
Steven, I don't know
Good
if you
job.
want to bring a new cup and some paper towels because
I'm wet over
his
here.
entire cup is going to be all over the table
It's gonna be a
soon.
wet t-shirt. That's with me and LoRayne.
And I don't look really that great anyway, so wet is not going to help. So
Sorry,
anyway.
I don't know what happened.
All right, so then there was
Moving on.
they undressed. There was a little chit chat.
Bebe.
Oh, look at that, girl! That was
Thank
fast.
you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Girl, I'm gonna
Thank you,
ask for
Steven.
things in drag more often. If I asked that out of drag, they would have been like 3 hours later.
Can you
When,
get
when
this
he
for me?
when he gets
I got it, girl.
when he gets back to
I
the
got
booth
it.
when he
I'm
gets
the
back into
best
the
dressed
booth,
cleaning
let's
lady.
ask him for some beer or something.
You probably maybe move this to the floor.
I'm gonna.
You can share my water.
So
Okay,
Ru
let's
comes
talk.
into the workroom and announces a 10th queen, which
Bebe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bebe Zahara Benet from season 1. The
season
winner.
one winner.
So are we upset that there is a winner returning? Let's
Tell
just
us
get the
what you
cat
think.
out of the bag.
I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool.
Not cool with it?
Because I feel like I thought the purpose of All Stars was to have queens
new-
come back who didn't have a chance at winning.
Right.
Who didn't win.
Right.
But they all had a chance to win.
And I mean, who didn't win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay?
I'm okay with it because she was season 1 and it's like the lost season.
Right.
The prizes were different and nobody saw that.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
I'm not upset with it. Well, here's here's what I'm gonna say. I'm okay with it unless she wins.
No, you got
What?
you're sounding like Donald
said
Trump
that?
over here.
Who said that? There's like an if in there. If she wins, I will be okay with that.
My thoughts are I'm indifferent. I'm with Mark. I'm kind of okay with it, but at the same time, the 9 of these queens, none of them got to the top 3.
Right.
She was the only one that made it to the top 3 and won.
Right.
And I think if I were her, my thoughts would be like, you know what? I appreciate the offer, but I've already won. I don't really need, and who knows? I mean, it is more money. She only got 20 grand the first go around. I
who's
think
to say she's
we
gonna
all.
get it?
Kennedy did get to the final 3.
No, she
got
was final
4.
four.
She 4? Oh, you're right.
and
was
Chi
on
Chi was
that one.
4th, but
Yeah.
none
Sorry.
of them made it top 3.
Yeah.
In my brain, Peppermint was on this season. I was like, isn't Peppermint?
I love that text.
Yeah.
I love that text.
And I actually was gonna correct you because I was like, she is on this, and I was like, oh, that's Kennedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so finish my thought. I'm a little indifferent. I think that from a contestant's perspective, I would have declined to be on the show if
Right.
they asked her, if she was like, yeah, if she was promoting it, maybe
Right.
that's something different. But if I've already won, I wouldn't want to, who knows? She may need a new boost. And I think Mark, someone while we were watching at the
LoRayne.
table, LoRayne at the table, Miss LoRayne, said that back in 2009 we didn't have Twitter and Instagram
Facebook,
and Facebook wasn't as big as it is now.
She was a huge success, however, on MySpace.
which
Top
for those
eight.
She
was
was. I
in
think
my
she
top
was.
eight.
I think she
But just
had
think
more.
about it. But just think about it. Kids now that are 21, 22, when she was on the show, they were what, 12,
Yeah.
11?
Right.
And no one really saw the show.
Right.
Like I had a hard time watching the first season myself.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
This
I
is the
think-
case of like
Yeah, I didn't watch
Tatiana
the
last
first
time,
season till later.
where Tatiana gained a lot of fans.
Yeah,
And I think Morgan could have had
exactly.
that chance too. I mean, Morgan
Yeah.
still might have the chance if she comes back if
she
they're
comes
doing
back.
that revenge again.
I
Right.
think, and for my last point, and then I'll shut up. I think that it would have been a good idea to have, since we have 10 seasons already in the bag, to have an All-Stars winners.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get all those. Well,
Yeah.
I don't
Just
know.
like I
come
watched
on
Violet
now.
go home first.
Come on.
What?
Moving right along.
For
So-
LoRayne, we're gonna have an all Pearl and all Derek Barry
because
season.
this is what they'll do. The first challenge will be, who can cinch their waist the tightest, and then she'll win it.
All right, moving
Set
on.
up.
So in my
Set
notes,
up.
next we have the variety challenge, the second half.
Reading. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I know.
But in reality,
My notes start with the variety
yeah.
challenge.
My
there
notes
was-
are wet.
Reading was fundamental, and we were actually, there was a moment where we were not going to be able to get the rest of the show, so we were going to do the show without seeing
Having
this
seen
part.
it, yeah.
So this would have been very interesting.
to say,
Anyway, we saw it. So what do you guys think?
Well, Ben,
Of the reading challenge?
The
or
reading
of-
challenge.
okay.
Yeah.
Ben won, and we all, I mean, our whole table was laughing at Ben's jokes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that was good. Trixie kind of had I thought Trixie's were really fun.
And I thought Milk might have had a chance too, because I thought Milk's jokes were pretty good too.
The Angela
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
I thought Chi Chi was funny too. The milk poo thing made me laugh. Really
that was
Yeah.
a good joke, too. Were there any weak ones in your guys' opinion?
I think Morgan Mcmichaels fell a little flat for me, and there were some like Kennedy.
Thorgy's kind of fell flat.
Thorgy's
for
was
me.
Kennedy fell flat a little bit. It's just, again, like,
Morgan has a tendency to be a little harsh, and not saying that reading isn't harsh, but she sometimes doesn't know how to finesse it in a nice way.
And
Love you,
where you
girl.
have like Trixie and Ben, they know how to make it clever.
Yeah, exactly.
They have that humor. They
Yeah.
have that side of it. And whereas, Morgan is very harsh. I have to say that I was very interested to seeing her back. Again,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I just don't remember her from I remember her.
Which one?
Morgan. But I don't remember enough of her
Right.
from that season. I gotta watch these again. I'll let you know
Yeah.
next week.
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
Aja was funny too. She had the
I really thought
Lisa
this
Frank
one did good.
serial killer joke about Trixie.
Yeah.
What I like about this, too, is that they don't know who's in the cast. So for them to have a reading challenge episode
soon,
1
yeah.
and immediately, they have to show how quick they are. And I think that it shows, like, who's
Yeah.
a strong
Reader.
comedy queen or reader, yeah.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, I don't think Shangela was all that bad.
Sure.
I don't really remember her.
I don't
Exactly.
remember what she said.
What do you guys think? Let us know. I'm sure you've seen this episode
we,
more than
we
once.
have people saying Bebe's read on Kennedy
says,
was
"Jackie!"
funny.
I
Aja,
remember.
Jose Vegas.
Oh, I was
is
going to say
Jackie!
that, Peter Rabbit. I would say it would have been funnier had they brought back the winner from season 2 with all the drama between Morgan and Tyra. Could you imagine if Tyra walked through that door?
Oh.
How much
I'm
money does she
actually-
get?
You know what though?
Me.
I'm glad they didn't do that
No, I'm
because
glad
I
they
didn't
didn't
want to
either.
like Coco Alyssa
Yeah.
like fabricated
Well,
drama.
I actually thought my initial, I think when we talked about this last year, was Valentina with Aja, knowing that she was going to be on the show. So, and I think that's why I'm fishing for someone to say something more.
Compliments?
Oh, no, he's trying to get me to say something about Valentina.
But it's not working. Okay, never mind.
I would just, what talent do you think Valentina would have done?
Stop.
What did we say? She
Looking
would have
beautiful.
sat on stage and stoned her pantyhose.
She would have come out in a diaper and smiled.
If she would have done that, I would have been okay with that. But she should have just sat there in rhinestones.
Okay, she's not on the show. So
Linda
let's-
Evangelista.
Right.
Let's move on.
Good.
I'm
You
sorry.
brought it up.
I know I brought
You
it up.
stirred
I'm
the
sorry.
pot.
I did, and now I'm gonna eat it.
Now he's gonna bring up Derek.
I didn't say anything about your friend.
They did cut to Derek once.
They did.
Did they?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
very beginning.
I blocked it out.
Yeah.
But we moved into
Sure,
the
it's the
maxi
beginning and not
challenge.
the middle. I'm so confused.
My notes are all over the. I can't. Jay, take over. Take the wheel.
Well,
Jesus.
okay, so after the reading challenge, Ben was announced the winner and got a $3,000 gift certificate to LA Iworks.
Yes, and I
Then
wish,
we went-
and I wish I think Trixie should have won, but
Okay.
I like Ben.
Okay.
Continue.
Then Rue announced the maxi challenge, which was going to be a variety show.
Yep.
Yay, we did that before.
Yep.
Oh, so the question was, do you guys think that they they knew in advance that they had the
Well, they all had pre-recorded tracks.
right.
I feel like I do know that when they get asked, they get a list of costumes. I have a feeling they would say you're going to have to do a variety number. So I feel like some of it, like Shangela's and Morgan's, seemed a little too coincidental to just, I don't know.
Right. But here's my question.
But maybe not. I could be wrong. I don't know.
But here's my
I don't know.
question. If you know that you have to not only lip sync possibly on the show, and you have to do a talent, why would you pick lip syncing as your talent as well?
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
do a monologue.
I don't know what I would do.
Something else.
Right. No,
I mean,
like I
that's
agree.
what I could have done.
Yeah,
It's a
I agree with that. Like, do
monologue.
something else. But at the
Cat
same
on a hot
time,
tin roof.
Oh, you're welcome.
if you're going to lip sync, like do something like Aja,
Do a spoken word.
or do something like
Right.
Ben did, where there's something really funny and different about
Milk's
it.
even too was creative. There was a thought behind it. They had a story. So before you start getting sassy about her,
Who is
The
you?
song was so boring.
It was awful.
I wrote
cute.
somewhere in my notes in the middle somewhere that it was super boring.
All right, let's go down the list.
In order, yeah.
Yeah.
So Shangela.
who?
Shangela.
That's what I thought.
Who?
I mean,
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna go with Milk on this one. If the Hallelujah goes the entire season, I'm gonna want to.
Well, that's her thing.
and that's fine.
And that's fine. That's where he ends his...
That's it. That's a good place to put the period. Thank you, Jay.
So she took us to church. She was doing kind of like a choir with the robe and the reveal
Yeah.
and kind of dancing around. I mean, it was very Shangela.
Very.
It wasn't anything... It was a safe performance.
That's how I felt.
I felt
felt
it
it was a safe
so
performance.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna ask this later. Go ahead. Next.
Oh, that was
that's
all
all
I
we were
had to say?
saying.
Oh, okay.
Unless Kenny... Did you
I
have
got
anything
nothing.
about Shangela?
No, I really don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I just think that
look
if
was
if we're in the workroom and we're all saying, oh well, I'm gonna do lip sync, I'm gonna lip sync my own song, I would be like, you know what, I got a plan B.
Yeah.
But you know what I will say about her is that her energy is always there. Like, I feel that coming through.
Absolutely. But, and like Rue said when she was on the last time, does energy make up for other things? If you're just going to keep giving me energy because you don't have anything else to give, then where's the variety? Where's the wow?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, look at you, Mark. Go ahead.
Rue said it, not me.
You're wise, LoRayne.
Because I'm sitting on my dick and I've been wearing this wig for 5 hours. So let's get through this.
You're a man.
Kenny's like, let's not tape today. Girl,
Oh, I was about to abort mission. I
this
really
is
was.
not going to happen to me today.
I was a little heated before the
Because
show.
we want to give you guys our best.
and
Our best.
And I know we seem very sloppy sometimes.
And Grandpa needs to be in bed by at least 10:30, and it's way past my bedtime. So go ahead, Jay.
All right, so next was
Bebe.
Loved
Bebe Zahara
it.
Benet.
I loved it. And then Kenny made the comment though, like, oh, she's not wearing shoes.
Oh,
But
I
it was
said
like,
that.
oh,
I
you
said
said
that.
that.
I said
But it
that.
was like an African thing, and the shoes weren't like my old shoes that are in
You
my
don't
trunk.
have a good memory, do you? You couldn't remember like 2 seconds. I didn't say that. But you can remember Bendelacreme from 3 years
Exactly,
ago.
right?
That's how my
to
memory
give it
works.
to
I
Gemma,
did
like your
let
notes.
it
So like
go.
memento.
I did let it go once I realized you were right. You were right. I was wrong. That's going to go on my reel.
Revelations.
Plus, I loved the outfit. I loved the dance.
Yep.
It did remind me of Lion King, and not off Broadway. It reminded
As
me
Trixie
of
said.
Broadway.
I liked the
caliber.
smoke. I thought it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good.
The makeup was amazing. That tribal
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
and
Yep.
like the feather skirt, everything was right for me on this one. It was it's something I never would have expected for a variety show. It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, I agree.
No, I agree.
Okay. Thorgy was next with the violin.
I loved it. And I think Vanessa Hudgens' one stupid comment that she made the entire show, because she didn't make any other comments, was like, well, that was very, like, not enthusiastic or something.
Yeah. She didn't seem like she was enjoying herself. But I agree with what you said.
Who was
it
you? Who was you?
What was I going
For
to
our iTunes listeners.
What?
Who was
Maybe
you?
Kenny?
Kenny. That's my name. Just wanted to say it. Say my name. Go for it. What do you
I don't
want?
remember now what I was going to say. I was going to say I was going to agree with you for something, but I don't remember what it was.
About the talent?
About
Thorgy.
Thorgy. But,
Well, I said earlier that Vanessa Hudgens, and I'm going to piggyback off of what Jackie just said. She was like, oh, well, you played the violin, and it was great, but you didn't own it. And I'm like, I thought what do you
Can
want?
you play the violin, Vanessa
okay,
Hudgens?
so this is the problem that I have with this challenge is that the ones that can do the flips and the kicks and the tricks, they're more wow. This girl actually got on stage, played a violin. She took something unorthodox and made it great.
Yeah.
That is a talent. That is variety.
Well, this is what I was going to say is I agree with you that if you're going to do this talent show, it's got to be more than just lip syncing to a song.
Exactly.
Which is probably what I would have done. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying? I liked the people that like her, that she played her violin. Right. I liked that Trixie sang and played her little...
I liked that a lot.
What was it called? Her little
mandolin or something?
I said it earlier.
I know. That's what I told him. I was like, I know he said the name of that. Name with an S, didn't it?
It's not a kazoo. That's
no,
we'll call it a harmonica.
A sitar.
A sitar.
Sitar. Yeah,
that's the word.
Someone in the chat roll, though, did comment that Vanessa made one other comment about voguing.
Yeah,
but
voguing, and she liked Shangela's shabbat.
I will say, and I'm not a fan of Thorgy. I mean, I don't dislike her, but I feel like she was robbed of this challenge. I thought she...
I thought she
looked fantastic.
I would have been top 2 with her, and I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Jay, take it away.
Okay, so Thorgy, Aja was next with her dance. And
I liked
reveals.
it. I really did. And I said too, because I had just seen her at the Christmas show. She really is a great performer.
Yeah.
Like she's just.
Oh yeah.
Some of them. Sometimes you go to the shows and it's girls from seasons, and you're just.
Well, we knew that from her lip syncs.
She. Oh wow, she's great. That jump off the block.
It was great.
And I was right before that happened. I think I was making fun of death drops, and then she did that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
because
I thought it was great, but like again, it's the one that can do the most.
Was it top 2 performance for you?
Nope. Well, no.
Let's do
Of the
top
people
3.
who just lip sync, yes.
But out of everyone, no.
Okay.
She very at the top, but not top 2.
Okay.
Next was Kennedy, who also did a dance.
Okay. I like the flip onto the box. Next.
LoRayne, okay.
Well,
I'm keeping it simple. We have 19 minutes.
I
I'm
wrote
trying to
cheese
not
and shake,
chit-chat
so.
too much.
Here's okay, and I'm broken record. Variety. We just had someone who danced, and again with the lip syncing, do something.
Well, and this is my point about her comment about milk. I mean, you can say whatever you want, girl, because I love you. Is she's gonna sit there and make noises about crickets, but I'm like, girl, you did exactly what 2 other people went up there and did. And so don't talk about crickets. Come up with something unique and different, and do that before you start.
Remember,
I can already
crickets.
see the comments. Those 2 old bitter queens.
But see, I am not even a Kennedy fan, and I really liked this one. I thought it was like...
With age comes wisdom. Honor your elders.
And gray hair.
Remember when they were all
Baldness.
mad, though, when everyone dressed in the same
Kimono.
You know, I feel like this
Well,
is kind of
let's-
like that.
Producers made them wear all kimonos. Let's not mince words.
Okay, so that was Kennedy. Bendelacreme was like the striptease.
It was
with
hilarious.
Fantastic.
I could not stop.
I agree with
laughing.
Ross. She's someone that I think every week I'm like, ooh, what's Ben gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
You're excited to see what she's gonna do.
You guys ever seen-
Are you excited to see what Kennedy's gonna do?
Not really.
Exactly.
Well, because you know what she's gonna do, and not in a mean way like this one over here, but like, I just think
Hateful Jackie.
I wasn't talking about Jackie. It's about the other queen over there.
Me?
Not you, Jay.
He's talking bad about you, Jay. I think I rolled
Okay,
up
so
my duster.
Burlesque is a little bit a different take on dance, and then she added.
But it's not dance.
But she-
because you're taking off your clothes.
Exactly, and I think that's why it was kind of
Tell
brilliant.
Gypsy Rose Lee that.
It was brilliant.
Who dat?
Shut it. Don't even get me started.
What was cool about Ben is that they hit it right on the head. Like, she took something that was like a burlesque, which Roxy did last season, but then made it funny and made
Better.
it like Ben, which was...
Made it better.
I like Roxy's with the feather fans. I thought that was cute.
Fantastic.
But the Ben thing, it was funny, and it reminded me of Elvira, because in Elvira, Mr. the Dark, she has her tassels.
Right.
So, I don't know, it was a fun thing.
Great. It was fantastic.
And humor throughout the whole performance. Chi-Chi was dancing.
Yep.
No, those shoes, like
Four people.
The thing is, Chi-Chi
No,
is
5.
actually a really good dancer and good performer, but the whole time the shoes were so terrible. It's like the shoes that you wear to like jazz class rehearsal. Or
And they were
whatever.
busted.
Yeah, they were so terrible. They were so busted that it's like.
Well, and she even said, I should have it was a bad choice. I should have wore different shoes because I could have done the exact same thing in 6-inch heels.
Because I don't even
It was a
remember
poor
what she
decision.
did because I was just horror-stricken by the shoes.
And I do think that wig masked her face. And and it surprises me because the few times I've seen her since her season, her hair in particular has been so fantastic. And I don't know if she just threw one on that she thought she could toss around the best. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it is, sometimes the wigs are fighting against you, which happened to Morgan too. So sometimes you do have to kind of play with what you went with. I think she just made some bad choices. Otherwise, I think it might have been spectacular.
I totally agree with Jackie. I thought the majorette thing was kind of unique.
Yeah.
It's a different take on dance.
Yeah.
I couldn't take my eyes off her shoes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and
like
I
a
love,
cute majorette boot with a tassel on it. Sold.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of things
Sold,
that you
girl. And a little majorette hat. Oh, girl.
I think Chi-Chi has everything except for the creativeness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think she thinks outside of the box.
Well, I think Thorgy...
I don't think she's fully formed some of her ideas.
Yeah.
I think that's
I think she's still growing.
Thorgy said it for me where she said Chi-Chi knows better than to come out with no padding and just like that shoe because she was told that on her season, like you really have to kind of like bring it. And she kind of had boy bod in this look.
Now, do you think if who said that she didn't do it? Thorgy?
Maybe from her season.
Now, do you think, though, that Thorgy should have said something to her in the workroom prior to going out?
Not in the competition.
Nobody's
but I would wonder,
just
before, like if you know that you're going to be on the show or you're trying to aspire to be on the show, and she said that Kennedy is kind of like a mother to her. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't Kennedy take her to the side and say, "Hey, look,
No, they're all in a competition.
Not. I'm saying before, like like if she saw her out one night and she was wearing this outfit, wouldn't someone say, "Hey"?
Well,
look.
I think if you're out, no one's going to say anything because you're out, you're doing your like no one's. But this is a competition, and they're sisters, which we heard a lot this episode.
Okay, but wouldn't you? So if I'm packing for the show and this is my outfit, I'm gonna let someone look at me like, "What do you think of this?" And,
No,
that makes sense.
And you would say,
"No one does that."
I would do that, Kenny.
Well, here's what happens when I show up.
Because I know if I'm going to some kind of gala or a wedding, by the way, Jackie's getting married this year. I'm gonna I put up before I even go. I'm gonna I rehearse the outfit before. Clearly not when I come here, but I do when I'm
Kenny's
getting
like
dressed.
Everywhere but AfterBuzz, I rehearse my outfit.
I reherse my outfit. Does no one? Am I the only one that does that?
Sometimes yes.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
rehearse it, yes, but I don't think when you, I don't think I've ever really seen anybody get dressed backstage and gone over to somebody and say, should I wear the? Maybe I take that back because I have seen people where they've had two things. They're like, which do you think I wear? So I guess I've seen that, but I don't know that it's really anybody because I know. I mean, at least me, I've never been like, girl, you shouldn't wear that. Like I don't think I would ever do that.
I'm just saying, I literally own 2 pair of shoes, and anytime I'm going out with my friends, I always ask them, what shoes should I wear? You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, there's just someone else is in the room. And I'm not just saying the workroom. I'm just saying someone's got to be around her. So I don't know. And I'm only saying this because I really love Chi-Chi. I was pulling for her season 7, I believe, or 8 that she was on. I really like her. And I want her to do well.
Thorgy?
No, Chi-Chi. I agree. I really want Chi-Chi to excel.
So, sorry.
She was in my top 3.
Jay?
Morgan was next, and she sang her song.
She sang her song. Another dance.
The thing that did her in was that her song is just not a good
bad.
song.
Yeah.
It's just not a good song.
Well, and I think I'm gonna not really defend her, but I think I know why she was looking at the girls because I think I would have done the same thing because the hair on the side was falling. I think naturally you turn to not let people see it.
Oh,
I think that's why she was looking at the girls.
I don't know.
Because I feel like I would have done the same thing. Because I know sometimes, like if I bust out of something, like if something rips and you can kind of hear it or something, you tend to kind of mask it during the rest of the number because you don't want people to see.
I gotta go.
So I think I'll ask her. Because I know her. I'm going to say, hey, girl, were you trying to hide the hair that was falling?
I think it was an aggressive song toward the girls, and that's why she was turning and like, asking that, like, why would you crown it to them? Why would you crown it to them?
I could be completely lying.
But the hair was falling on that side.
And it wouldn't be a first.
Tune in next week to figure out what it actually was.
And Mark will come back and tell you whether LoRayne was lying.
All right, 12 minutes left. Let's get through the list.
And I mean, we already gushed about Morgan, about how we like her live.
Well,
so.
I will say this. I agree with, again, this is the second time I think I said I agree with Michelle Visage. I thought her body...
Is this Ruth?
Flawless.
Is it falling?
She looked flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Morgan was pretty.
And I'll back up and say that she was my favorite look coming into the workroom. I like her outfit.
Coming into at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite look. Yeah.
So Trixie was next singing her cowgirl sound.
Loved it.
This was
I loved
okay.
it.
Very
On the kazoo.
Trixie.
If it wasn't Thorgy and Trixie in the top two, and I'm okay with Ben, I think those two should have made it.
Yeah.
Like I like raw talent.
I totally understand what you guys are saying. They do have talent, but for drag, it's like you gotta just be entertaining for the crowd. And Trixie, they played her music when I was on that video. Brian can sing, like he can sing and play guitar and do like multi-talented. Brian, yes.
Interesting.
I have
but-
no idea what these two are talking about.
Trixie's boy.
Okay.
Okay, so but Trixie, what I'm saying is, yes, you can sing, and we know you have an amazing voice, but you're a drag show, so you have to just really push it.
I disagree. I'm going to disagree
For this
with Jay.
show.
I'm going to disagree
I
with you,
disagree.
Jay.
Okay.
I thought it was pushing it.
You're the nicest person, well, the second nicest person on this panel.
Rude. Didn't even look at me.
Way
Didn't even
nicer
give me
than
an
me.
option in that.
We know these queens can lip sync and perform. I love to see them do something
Like raw
outside
talent,
the
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and I loved when Thorgy got on stage. I love when Trixie got on stage, and I like seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen death drops from the ceiling. Okay, I'm okay. I think it's great, and I don't piss my pants when I see it anymore because I've seen it 1,000 times. I even got like a bit emoji that death drops. Okay,
Of course
like
you do.
I'll send it to you. And he looks quite good. But it's just like I just love that raw talent.
Yeah.
I just like when I'm thinking of this Tatiana's last year where she did the spoken word. Like that was
Yes.
something fresh and new that we haven't
Yeah.
seen, and it wasn't a lip sync, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a talent.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a
It's
different
a
thing.
talent.
I guess it. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
I'll
you
take it
know.
back. Anybody else about Trixie?
I thought she should have been top 2.
I really liked her a lot too.
Singing's great.
And
And the look was good.
Yeah.
I like the look too.
Yeah, I did too.
Milk was the paper doll with the song.
I liked it.
I thought it's the same problem that Chi-Chi's having, but just once for Milk, because Milk almost never has that problem. But it's like there was a concept there, and you could feel like it was coming together, but it just didn't. It just didn't.
I agree. It felt if there was something added, like if she put the pit crew to work and actually had a lot of changes and the song it told a story or something as opposed to just 2 outfit looks on that
3.
paper doll. A 3. Okay. If we had a lot of different changes, I think that
And I don't even
changed
remember
everything.
the song. All I remember is like outfit.
Well,
outfit,
I think it was. I
outfit,
think
outfit.
it may be something she pieced together. Like I don't think that it was an actual song. I think it's something she kind of put together.
I love that concept,
because I
though.
will say this: when I saw her at the Christmas thing, I loved her numbers. She does stuff. She splices stuff together, spoken word with music. It's very creative. You can tell she puts a lot of thought into it. So that's why I think I liked it more maybe than you did, because I had seen her do this other stuff, so I kind of get what she does.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, for me, super clever. Super clever. I loved it. She's a model. It showed who she is. I loved it.
Right.
Keep doing it, girl.
I'm indifferent. I don't dislike Milk. I don't really. I'm not.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay.
Okay, so top 2 was Aja and
Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay, here's what I was going to say earlier, and I was going to wait till we were talking about the top and bottom.
Okay.
So there were only 2 people in the bottom.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that I was not missing that.
No,
Huh.
that's how I.
Okay, because most of the
read it,
people up
yeah.
there were top, and then there were 2 that were in the bottom.
Yeah.
So when it was like, when they were saying who was safe and who was, I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, no one else is surprised, are they? Because
No.
there were really only 2. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, just wanted to make sure.
And they were chosen to lip sync Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, which you heard at the beginning
I
of this.
love that song. I thought it was so good.
Well, again, this is
probably one of
did
my favorite lip
Well,
syncs.
the way they're doing this, again, this is from last season of All Stars, is that there's no bottom 2 that are lip syncing. It's the top 2
You're lip syncing
for their legacy, and then they get to choose one
goes
queen
home.
to go home. And I remember I was so excited when that was a rule, and then as the show went along, I was like, well, it's still ushering Alaska to win, and I
Right.
wonder if that's how this is going to play out again. I'm going to be, because I think I think that it's either going to be a Bebe win or a Trixie win, and I wonder if that's how it's
What
going to be.
about Ben? I don't think you can discount Ben.
We'll see, because I think this elimination actually was not in her favor judging from
how people
Aja-
responded.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So,
Okay, well, so they knew that they were. Oh,
no, go ahead.
Well, they knew that they were going to go between Chi-Chi and Morgan, so they kind of had like a sit down with both of them, and they kind of were talking about how are we going to do this season. And Morgan earlier in the episode had said, "I'm going to take out the strongest competitor, who I think is my strongest competition."
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Yes.
I just
No. What do you think about her strategy?
The whole like them, and I agree with Shangela on this point. It's like the whole them getting together and trying to like come up with a master strategy is not working, and it didn't work last season either.
I would respect your choice. You respect mine.
Yeah, so it's like I don't get the whole point of having a big strategy discussion because nobody pays attention to it anyway.
I can see that.
I think, and I don't remember who said it on the show. Was it maybe Kennedy or Aja? I think it was Aja who said, "I'm okay with Morgan making that decision. I just wouldn't have vocalized it." Mm-hmm. And I think that that's what bit her in the ass is. Sorry. Is I think that she just shouldn't have. She should have said, "Yeah, girl, I'll do whatever you want to do," and then just did her, because obviously Ben got rid of her because Ben was like, "Well, I know then you're gonna get rid of me." So you just gave away your Survivor strategy.
It's like
you know?
full transparency. I mean, you see it if you watch Survivor, it's the same thing.
But
If
it's
you
like
watch the White House, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's like you don't want to show your cards before you play them.
Right.
And that's exactly what she did.
And like
close
now
to your
that
vest.
we have this ending where like Rue
Is putting it on them.
is putting it on them. So it's
Putting
like
it on them.
yeah. But no. I mean the ending, not that way, but I mean the ending where Morgan may or may not go home, and we're probably going to have something similar.
Oh, that ending.
Right. Got it. Sorry.
You know, with all the queens by the mirror and everything.
Okay, what was the rule that I refresh my memory? Did they all come back? They came back?
They were there, but then Alyssa came back.
They all came back, and two of them got to stay.
Two of them got to stay.
But I don't remember what they did to. You see, I don't know how you people remember. I don't
either. And that was just last year.
Someone in the
Tell
chat
us in the
room
chat room.
they'll make
I
fun
think
of us.
I said this. I think this. What I said last year. I think they're gonna do how Survivor. Like I think whoever's get eliminated, they get to choose who the final two are.
Interesting.
Or
like
three.
a jury.
Yeah, like a jury. Yeah,
that would be interesting.
The ones that eliminated get to maybe have the final vote. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Which would, in that case, I think you would then eliminate Bebe, because I don't think people would put her in the top two to give her another.
Well, again, and strategy-wise, if Bebe were to ever fall in the bottom two, and I had to choose between her or whoever, I would choose her to go home.
Right.
I think she's the stronger competitor.
Right.
Although I do. No, I'm sticking. No, I'm not gonna flip flop. That's it. Final answer. I'm done.
In the chat roll, they said Tatiana and Alyssa came back with comedy pairs, and Fifi went home as a result.
That's right.
Yeah. So I would see more, like, I do like the Survivor idea, but I see almost more of something like that where you give a chance to those people who were previously eliminated to come back.
Yeah.
Jay, your thoughts? You're quiet.
Ben won. I don't want to speculate too much because I don't.
I love his Jughead outfit though. By the way, it's so cute. It's like Jughead from Archie with the little crown.
Who?
Ben's
Oh.
I thought you were talking about Jay. I was like,
No, what?
No.
Bendelacreme?
In his confessional look.
Yeah,
his confessional look.
look.
I was like, what are you talking about?
no,
Okay,
I saw the
yeah.
crown. I
Yeah.
thought of Sasha Velour. I was like, who else wore a crown? Oh, that was like 2 weeks ago. Sasha.
Yeah.
And she won the crown.
Yes, she did.
So
yeah, Ben was crowned for winning the first lip sync for the Legacy.
Yep.
And Kenny, I heard you say Ben got it, and I agreed. I thought Ben.
You know what's funny is and I love Ben. This is coming from someone who's a huge Ben fan. I actually thought Aja won that.
Okay.
I was thinking Aja was going to
Yeah.
win it too.
I think Ben had the humor again for that song, and it's so off the wall silly.
And- Well, we'll find out next week because they'll show who Aja would have
Would've-
sent home.
yeah.
I think she would have picked Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so too.
I think
I
so
definitely
too.
think she picked Chi-Chi.
Great.
Now, again, I wonder, we don't know if the producers know who, and they'd be like, Rude, this is who. So make sure she picks.
Oh, they know.
So,
Girl.
But at this point, they don't really care who gets eliminated because they're gonna probably come back.
Yeah.
So,
but we don't know in what capacity.
True. That's true.
So,
I think Alaska's going to win.
I would love
You're
that.
the best, Alaska.
I personally, I'm gonna write in Derek Barry for the win.
I'm gonna write in Pearl.
So okay, so
Pearl grew on me, though.
are we
I
gonna
don't
do
mind
predictions? We have a minute and 44 seconds left.
Your
Minute for what?
AfterBuzz
I mean,
TV
prediction for what?
For
predictions.
top 3 for the season.
Well, they did it for us last.
Oh, I didn't.
I don't remember who I did.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember who I picked? I know not Chi-Chi. Milk, Trixie. I don't remember who my third was. It Ben, maybe?
I don't know.
But now that you know that Bebe is in the competition, are you gonna change?
No.
Okay.
No. Because I think because they're getting to eliminate people, and if it ends up being something where they pick who the top 2 are or whatever, I don't think they're going to pick Bebe.
Okay.
I think that's going to bite her in the butt.
So Bebe has to either be safe or win to
Right.
stay in the competition.
I think so.
Okay,
I
that's
think
fair.
so. Or one of her friends wins the lip sync and
Save
keeps
her.
her in. Yeah.
Someone wrote Serena Cha-Cha is gonna win, which is funny because I was texting with all
Yes,
of them
you did,
earlier,
yeah.
and we were saying who's the 10th queen, and I was like Serena Cha-Cha.
I
That
had
would've been hysterical.
Chi-Chi, Milk, and I have Trixie as my winner.
Yeah.
I don't have a winner, but I have Trixie, Ben, and I'm gonna Chi-Chi. I love Chi-Chi.
Same.
I gotta give it to my girl Chi-Chi.
I like all of
All
them.
right, tweet us. Let us know who you think are gonna win. Hopefully, we'll have our shit together next week, and we'll be on
Well,
time.
we did. We set the DVRs, so everything should be
Yeah.
fine. for
So
next week.
Jay, thank you for your leading us tonight.
Thank
Tell
you,
us where we
Jay.
can find you.
At don't_be_jealous on Instagram and at Twitter at still_jealous.
Miss LoRayne Love.
You can buy me in Mickey's in 20 minutes.
And no joke, by the way.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I got the outfit on, girl. I'm gonna
7
milk everything
seconds, go, hurry.
till I can have to take the shoes
5,
off. Instagram and Twitter at LoRayne Love.
Jackie.
123 Jackie B on all platforms. I'm also doing the Alienist after show on Monday nights? Whatever. Look at my Twitter for it. I can't even remember
And
at this point.
real quick-
And wait, no, I'll be in here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to do a read of a script I wrote for a play.
fun.
So,
Congrats.
I'll listen to it. And I actually thought I saw a picture of the alienist on a bus, and I thought one of the characters looked like your fiance. So I just want to tell you that. You can
it's
find
probably the
me.
Hispanic character
Yeah.
guy.
You can find me at Kenny C. Harrison on Instagram if you're lucky, on Twitter. Thank you for joining us. Make your comments down below. And we'll see you here next Thursday,
By my
10
tuck.
p.m. PST. We'll see you guys later.
It is Monday night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Drag you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.